Hello, guys, gals, and non binary compatriots. I am finally back after, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 weeks of absolute radio silence. My son is home from school. Let me tell you, that really makes you reevaluate what you do with your time. Um, but anyway, enough of that. I have been very, very, very busy with, as you can tell, Kingdom Death. It's my goal to have the entirety of the core set built and painted by the end of the year, or the end of the summer, so I can start playing this fall. Because I've been really, really wanting to do that. Um, Kind of fell off of the Fallout hype. I kind of got started getting bored of it and put the stuff away for a while. Maybe I'll pick it back up. We'll see. So, anyways, let's make some room there. So, anyways, I just want to start with. I'm just going to start with my survivors first because they're right here in focus. They're in frame. So, these are. I've got a couple gamblers chess guy here too, but these are some of the standard survivors in the core campaign. I went ahead and I got some 3D printed skull bases for a little extra for some of them, and other ones, I went ahead and made a little, kind of a, I don't know, heroic base. I don't know if that's the right term, but more scenic base. That's it. So, starting, we'll start with the Intimacy Survivor because she was my absolute favorite to paint, and I'm pretty sure it's because of those damn mushrooms I added. Um, I mean, the skull's looking good. I went with kind of like a leathery dress type look for it with some silvery gray, whitish hair, and man, I just really, really love how she turned out. And the other thing is, all this basing material you're going to be seeing in all these minis. This was all from Timu for like I don't know $6. I bought like 7 or 8 different packs of basing material, and I am absolutely in love with them. Moving on to Old Joe. Nothing too special about him. He's got a nice linen loincloth or waistband, whatever you want to call it, standing next to some cattails. I I really wish I would practice a little bit more on off source lighting, but I don't know. I've tried it with a couple of these models, and I'm just not. I don't know. It just doesn't seem fun to me. I mean, yeah, it's challenging and it's really nice to, expand your repertoire, but I don't know. I'm just not to a point right now. I mean, I barely get a chance to paint as it is, so I just want to do what I like. Another intimacy survivor, the male. I think he looks fairly decent. This is the thing I really like about Kingdom Death is the um, working with the skin tones. It's oops, I'm starting to branch out to different skin types now, but after doing Space Marines and Chaos Marines for so long, at and Orcs, it's really really nice to just I don't know work on just skin tones. It's fun. I always used to hate it, but now I love it. So I don't remember which survivor this is, but um, I'm pretty happy with it. The other thing I did with these guys is like for some of these, because man, my brain is like totally going crazy today. So the other thing I did, the reason why added a lot of these extra basing steps is I wanted to equalize out the scale a little bit better. Um, I mean, because the new stuff in the gambler's chest is what 30, I think 35 mil. These are 32. There's definitely a noticeable difference, and I don't know, it's not a huge thing, but it's kind of nice having them. I don't know, having them on the same playing field. I don't know why. And the thing is too, I'm going to be using these for Forbidden Psalm as well. And, that's supposed to be a 28 mil, but I'm raising it up to, a 35 mil based, um, just because I love the monster models in 32 mil that are available in 32 and 35 mil. So then I got the tough guy. I don't remember if I showed him or not. Very, very happy with how he turned out. I absolutely love him. It looks like he's going to club something to death. 2 more standard survivors. Oh, and come to think about that, one survivor, I don't think he was the intimacy. Oh, I don't remember. Regardless, so I got 2 more survivors. I think it's Ezra and Lucy, if I'm not mistaken. Once again, 3D printed bases. I don't think this one is, but I don't know. It's just fun experimenting with different hair colors and different fabric colors and all that. It might not be the greatest, but God, am I loving it. Put those back. And then young Rachel, who I went with the purple hair, which I think she turned out pretty good. I had to paint the pieces separately so I could actually get the basing material in there, but I don't know, I think she turned out pretty well. A little bit more of a tan skin there. Yeah. Yeah, and all I really did with all these lanterns is I just painted them yellow, and then I did an orange wash in them just to kind of make it look like it lit up. So, all right, now for the big guys, the things that I've been really enjoying painting. I mean, I enjoyed the rest, but okay, let's see here. I'm going to move the camera just a little bit. There we go. This is Ares. From the He Was a Brown Box Monster Sculpt. I went with like a red and black and gold. I'm going to move this back up. Red, black, and gold motif for him. Okay, there's the light. That's better. And all I really used for the gold was Retributor, which it's still hands down, I feel, one of the best golds. It's definitely the best gold GW has ever done, but it's one of the best golds I've used in general. I like the glittering loot from Army Painter for the speed paints, but if you don't want to speed paint, the Retributor gold is definitely the way to go. And I believe it was a Reichland. I think it was a Reichland wash on it, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So yeah, that's Ares with his red grass basing. I got the Gold Smoke Knight. Man, this light is not working for me today. How about that? Is that a little better? That's a little better. So it'll kind of go with like a coppery tone. I don't quite remember how I got it, but I like it overall. And instead of doing, like standard, flame smoke, I went with kind of like a more magical, like it's like a blue magic smoke, and I really like the end result. All of my I'm trying to tie in for a lot of the more like nightly monsters and adversaries and all that, a more of a purplish pink into somewhere in their scheme. Also a little bit of yellow, just because that's kind of the overall theme I'm going to be using for the king. I'm going to go a Haster king in yellow theme, which you'll see a little bit better in these guys. But I don't know. So everything I'm trying to draw it all together. So this is the I believe this one's the Kingsman. I always get the Kingsman and the Hand of the King mixed up. But I just finished these two last night, actually this morning with the basing, and I'm not crazy about my base job on him, on this guy. I'm glad it's done, to say that much. But overall, I mean, just a standard dark silver dry brush on black for his armor with a couple little touch-ups here and there. Yellow, purple, nothing too fancy. But I feel he turned out pretty decent. I like him anyway. And at the end of the day, I think that's really all that matters. Are you enjoying what you do, and are you learning something from it? I think that's all that matters. And each of these guys have been a wonderful exercise in layering, and I feel like I'm finally starting to get the hang of it. This is, like I said, I think the hand of the king, he was a lot of fun. I like all the little white touches, the white fur in them. With a couple little pieces of the gold I put in, nothing too fancy. I'm going with this, still the standard silver. I might paint that little face up there gold. I think that might look pretty good. Oh, I forgot to paint the handle. I've got to do that. Yeah, he's standing on some rocks. I don't know, I kind of feel like, I want to try to convey a little bit of a story in the basing. I feel that's important. And I think for most of these, I'm able to do that. I mean, not so much this guy. Although he was... It's been a while since I've had this much fun. Actually, this and the white lion are the two I've had so much fun painting. I had so much fun painting. Ooh, I got to touch up that eyeball. I didn't see that. Cool. But, I just went with the standard skin tone on him, like a muscly tone, and, dark fur. He's just leaping over some dirt and rocks, man. A weird warped tree right there. He's going to try to land on some unfortunate survivor and eat him. Then the white lion, this guy, God, he was fun. And I don't know why, because he's nothing special. I just really, really enjoyed the overall process. And yeah, the hands aren't the best, but I believe in the lore of Kingdom Death, it's kind of alluded to that he was a possibly a survivor that turned into a lion. I don't know if that's true. It's just something I've read on Discord and a couple other places. I saw it on the internet. It must be true. And, I kind of got him standing over his pride rock, and is roaring as loud as he can, and going to try to claw some unfortunate survivors. And then take a founder's stone to the nuts and die. At least in your first playthrough. And lastly, the butcher. This guy was a pain in the ass. I did not enjoy him one bit. Although I'm happy with the end results. His scale really throws me off. He just looks like he should be a survivor with a lot of stuff. And I don't know. I believe he stands about as big as old Joe, but I don't know. He just doesn't feel like a monster or a nemesis to me, because he's just looks like a dude in some pretty wicked armor that has a skinning fetish. And I don't know. Maybe it's just the colors I chose, but yeah. I mean, I think he still turned out pretty good. He kind of went for this, this maniac standing in a kind of a beautiful field sort of motif, kind of to contrast each other, but I don't know. He's actually has been my least favorite thing to paint so far, and I truly can't figure out why. It just, he's supposed to be, and the thing is, he's built up to be such a, he's a skill check in KDM, and I don't know. It felt like he should be grander than what he is, and Yeah. So maybe I'll feel different once I do the Millennium, my Millennium Butcher. There, if I can say it without butchering that. And maybe I'll feel better about that. But I mean, like I said, still, I think he turned out halfway decent at least. So, all right, guys. Well, that's me running through everything as fast as I can. Not bad, only 15 minutes. If you stayed around, I appreciate it. Maybe I'll actually get some time to do this a little bit more because I would really enjoy it. But anyways, guys, thank you. Like and subscribe if you want. Don't if you don't. And until the next time, happy painting, and we'll see you next time. Bye.